What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Wickard Acres. My name is Dirk and I'm so glad you clicked on this video. In this episode I'm going to be offloading this truck full of all of the drywall mud, insulation, and drywall. We ended up ordering all the drywall from all these things from Home Depot, and which is in Des Moines, and it cost us right at $100 to ship it right to our door. So totally worth it, because if I were to, this would have taken me a few trips up to Des Moines to be able to haul all this, and I just didn't have that type of time, and plus the fuel alone would have costed me over a couple $100. So luckily we had the skid loader for this. We made quick work of offload or bringing the pallets into the shop here, because the forklift that they use, the mast is too tall to fit through those 8-foot doors. So
exciting day.
Skid loader is a lifesaver.
Yep, skid loader is
you guys got your work done.
definitely worth its weight in gold. Yeah, so here we had a quote from a drywaller. He was going to charge us $21,000 to do everything. We bought all the material on this truck for $3,079. Delivery was $79 there, so totally worth it. Drywallers in our area, they're either 3 months out or maybe longer, or they were going to charge me $21,000 to do a $5,000 job. So just wasn't cost effective to do it through to hire the professional. So we ended up getting somebody to finish the seams, tape and mud the seams, and then do like the knockdown finish on the ceiling. I was at first worried about the drain being able to handle these heavy weights like the skid loader driving over it, but you can see here that it handles it like a champ. This forklift driver was pretty good. I was able to kind of tell him where I wanted everything placed, because I didn't know if I'd be able to carry both stacks of those 10-foot long pieces of drywall. So I wanted him to put it over there, and then I could pick one stack up at a time like I'm doing here. And it was probably all that those forks, at least. I bet the skid loader could handle it, but the forks, they're supposedly light duty forks by Bobcat, so I'm not sure if they would be able to handle it or not. So I played it safe, just did one stack at a time, and this ended up working out just fine. Nice having Brandy there to help me put down those items underneath to set the stack on. And these were 8-foot pieces. This is 5/8 drywall and the purple drywall for the bathroom. So these weren't quite as long, but still they were 5/8. But I thought I'd try picking up both stacks with the forks. You can hear that old Case SR250 lifts it no problem. Yeah, I was nervous about it, seeing if it would tip forward at all, and never had an issue. Solid as a rock. Get Brandy out there to pick up those stickers. Suckers inside. You can see the yard's still just a mud mess at this point. Alright. Yeah, I did end up buying a scissor lift or drywall lift $146 with a $10 off coupon. That was a lifesaver for holding those sheets up there. Made a lot of sense. $136. Got that put together. Still have it. So keep that for phase 2 of the build when we build the next kind of the larger living space eventually. Along with the spray foam insulation on the exterior of the building, I decided to do fiberglass batts on the inside. This is just R13, and it's mainly for sound deadening, but it will, if we ever decide to not heat the shop as much as like this winter, we kept it at 62 all winter long, and so really isn't a lot of heat that it's keeping in or out of the building or out of the living space, but more so for sound deadening purposes. So just went to town here cutting these R13 paper face bats out, cutting them to length, and this went pretty quick. This was pretty easy. Got a system down. These are 9-foot ceilings, 9-foot wall height, so couldn't buy just the 8-foot pieces and piece them in there. I had to just buy the rolls and cut them to length. You can see my blocking there that I put up along that edge so that I could have something to screw the drywall to, there to the ceiling. All right, so I got Brandy on putting insulation up here in the ceiling, kind of finishing this up, and she does a great job. She just, if you give her a task where you kind of show her how to do it, and she will run with it and just hammer it out quickly. She's really good at knocking these types of projects out. So her and Drake got to work on this, finishing it up, doing a good job here. This will make just in the summertime, if we have the garage doors opened, this insulation will keep kind of the heat out so that the air conditioners don't have to work quite as hard. All right, so here's my buddy Big Mike and I putting up the first sheets of drywall, and what a feeling this was. It's pretty awesome getting to try out that new drywall lift and seeing what it's going to look like finished up for the first time. It's such a good feeling. So Then here I got my buddy Big Mike again, and then my brother-in-law Blaine is here helping out. Huge help. And then my brother Tony is also in that shot. Getting the ceiling up. Alright, here's a shot of me. I bought one of those DeWalt drywall cutout tools, and this was an awesome tool to have because it made quick work of cutting out. You could just slap the whole sheet up there and then cut around any little objects that you needed to cut around for like electrical boxes, door openings, anything like that. Got into some Celtic metal here. Amazon Music suggested that, or just played that out of random, and I was like, holy cow, that's an awesome tune. Here I am cutting out around a electrical box. I just used the blue plastic boxes. The electrician didn't like those, but he likes to use the metal ones, but he wasn't paying for it, I was, so. And I had to use an electrician because in the state of Iowa, any new construction, you have to use a licensed electrician. And he didn't really want me to do any of the work because he didn't trust me, which I get, but still a little, I was not super excited about the electrician bill when it was done. When it was all said and done. All right, here's my dad and his friend Timmy, our friend Timmy. They're putting in blocking for the cabinets here in the kitchen. So put in blocking down below all that, and then this is all for the upper cabinets. So we'll have something sound to connect to. There I was distracting the help. There's just a lot of little things like this that you don't think about, that it's nice having Dad around. Dad used to build houses. And so he knows all those little nuances and the little details that you need that you may not think about if you've never done it before. So Alright guys, I'll give you a quick little update here. And we can't see anything over there, so we'll go this way, but we ended up hiring somebody to come in and finish the drywall for us. I taped it all, but we just thought it would end up, I think, how we wanted it if we actually paid somebody to come in and do it. So they've got the tools that they can, one of those box applicators and all that good stuff. With sand, like an electric sander that can sand the drywall quickly. It'd just be a lot more efficient than the way we would do it. So found somebody who would actually give us a good price on it. We had a, let's see, We had a recommendation from somebody on a guy who could come and do it. He could do it right away, which is pretty cool, but his price was outrageous. You could tell that he was he didn't really want the job. He quoted us $17,000 originally to do the entire, like hang the drywall and finish everything. So I looked into how much it was actually going to cost to purchase all the material. I ended up purchasing all the drywall and all the mud needed and all the tape, corner bead for around $2,500. So I couldn't figure out where that 17,000 number was coming from. So I told him, nah, we'll hang it. And so we hung it all, called him back, said, hey, what would it cost for you to just come in and finish it? He came in and said he would finish it for $10,000. We're like, so I just said, okay, thanks, we'll move on. That's pretty outrageous. So ended up finding a guy who could do it for around $4,000. And he's going to do smooth on the walls. He'll do a texture on the ceiling, a knockdown texture on the ceiling. And that's going to be great. So the other guy was just, I think he was probably too busy, even though he could come right away and start and do it. But I just don't think he wanted the work real bad. Or he's gotten that price before from somebody and somebody else overpaid. But I think this is, hopefully I broke the train of overpaying people to do the work. So I'll go turn some lights on and get the rest of it and show you the rest of all this.
Why don't you do that?
Why do I do what?
Why don't you?
Honey.
Rude.
Lover. Love. Okay, so tell the people what you got going on. Wait. What? Why are you getting off camera shy? All right, guys. There's the little beauty right there. So what we just finished up painting in here, and we got all of the cardboard and paper covering the floor off of it, pulled up. We got everything vacuumed up pretty good, but we need to do a lot of, there's still a lot of dust on the ground, in the concrete. So what we're trying to do now is I think we're going to do a little mopping. We've got this mop and mop bucket here, and we're just going to start mopping all this and seeing how it gets up this drywall, splatters, and a little bit of paint splatter here and there. You can kind of see like spots like this right there. That's just some drywall mud that splattered on the ground. For the most part, it's really clean, just a lot of dust. So we're trying to be moved in by the end of the month.
We're trying not to be impatient, but I think we're kind of there. So trying not to cut corners, don't want to have any regrets later, but we're definitely
ready to move in.
Yeah, we're
ready to be done paying rent.
Yes.
At the other place.
So we've got less than 2 weeks? 2 weeks yesterday until we have to be out. So flooring has to be done. We're going to be far from ready to move in. We may not even have a shower.
Might not have a shower.
So we will probably be bathing at the in-laws, at Dirk's parents.
I think we should hose off outside. I told
if we got the hot tub hooked up.
All chemically. Yeah, I don't know.
Either way. We're also members of the YMCA here in town. We could just bathe there.
Yeah. All kinds of. We've got options.
So many options.
We've got options.
So many great options.
So let's get started cleaning this. Go ahead and grab that mop and start seeing how she works. What's that?
I think it is.
Yep. Okay. It's pretty good. Down what? Oh shoot! There's another another mop.
And so some more information about this concrete is that when they poured it, they didn't actually put any sealer in it or anything like that. So it is unsealed concrete. You know how I watch a lot of concrete YouTube channels, and they always come back and spray a sealer of some sort on it. And our concrete guy didn't do that.
All right, so that's going to do it for this one. In the next episode, we're going to be putting down some like a matte sealer over the top of this, and we'll see how that looks. So please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next one.